Hello everybody, welcome to my suicide, also known as Dark Souls. Press start button. Let's start a new game, shall we? Alright, so Dark Souls, by the way, I'm your host, FranklinthorpGamer, but you knew that already. Anyway, so, I'm gonna enter a character name. You know what, I'll just name him Franklinthorp. And, actually, you know what? Frankie. That's what it's gonna be, Frankie. And, anyway, this is Dark Souls. Dark Souls is pretty much the most unforgiving game ever. Well, one of them. It's hard as fuck. So, what class should I be? I apologize for the video quality in advance, by the way, because I know that the words are a bit blurry and unreadable, but there's absolutely nothing I can do to fix that without buying a new capture card, and I'm not willing to do that. But I can tell you what's on screen, so that's fine. So we have the warrior, we have the knight, we have the wanderer, we have the thief, we have the bandit, we have the hunter, we have the sorcerer, we have the pyromancer, we have the cleric, and last but not least, we have the deprived. See, personally, I'm just gonna go with the bandit, because the bandit has a fucking battle axe. His gift? Last time I went with the master key, so I'm gonna go with the master key again. Physique? Let's make him large, just large. Okay, so the face. Okay, I want you guys to see something. We have the commoner, the delta farmer, the Astora noble, the dragon scholar, the whatever the fuck, however the fuck you pronounce that, the black guy, and then okay, I want you to look at the facial expressions though. Look at this: miserable, 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 black guy, and he's fucking smiling like crazy. I don't know. I'm gonna go with him because he's happy. Okay, and he's gonna have this hair because he's cool, which is totally not black guy hair, but that's fine. And it's gonna be blue. It's not like we're gonna be able to see it because he's a bandit. No, it's not racist because the black guy's a bandit. Shut up. In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold. Life and death. And of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came, and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Zalith and her daughters of chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease, however you pronounce that, miasma. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own. and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign. And thus begins the story of Dark Souls. And the story of Frankie.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Welcome to the Northern Undead Asylum, tropical island of Isle Delfino. No, I'm just kidding. But if you pillage the corpse, you'll find the dungeon key. Anyway, as I was saying about Dark Souls, this game is unforgiving. And by unforgiving, I mean unfucking forgiving. Like, this is a game where the game developers knew you'd be dying so many times that they even put "prepare to die" on the back of the case. Okay. And that's not even an exaggeration. You will die many times in this game. In fact, I will probably have a death counter just to show how many times I get fucking mutilated. Because this game is ridiculous in terms of difficulty. So, and to show you guys an example of what I mean by this game is ridiculously difficult straight from the start, is that, okay, well, first of all, let me explain a few things. That down there in the bottom left-hand, no, but not left-hand corner, right-hand corner is pretty much my currency. That's souls. I have 40 of them currently. Lighting bonfires, that's like your checkpoint, really. So next time I die, or the first time I die, I'll spawn back there. As soon as I rest at a bonfire, it turns into that. To the bottom left is all my items. To the top left is the amount of humanities I have, which is the number next to the health bar and stamina bar. And stamina and health can be upgraded over time. In fact, I think this is one of the first, if not the first, like, well, okay, not the first RPG I've done, but I don't do RPGs that often. Anyway, we start the game. We're fucking greeted with that. Good thing I don't have to fight him right now. That is the Asylum Demon, and I do not like it. It's ugly. And so, here we light another bonfire. Yes, bonfire lit, quiet indeed. Rest at bonfire, and I'm gonna leave the bonfire after I sit at the bonfire so I can check back at the bonfire after I die, because I know I'm gonna die. Because right now, all I have is a broken sword. Oh, neat. Well, spider shield's always helpful. I can't wait till I get my main weapon of choice. Okay, the message says, oh, yeah, I know how to guard. So, okay, and this is a game that I mean is unforgiving also in the sense that, this is what happens when I pause the game. Yeah, that's right. I can't fucking pause the game. It just opens up menus while the game goes on in the background. That's fucked up. That is really fucked up. In our items, so far I have Dark Sign and Black Separation Crystal, which isn't much at all. But I do have my shield, which I will equip. Honestly, I forget how to equip oh, there we go. So, spider shield. So, oh, I don't want to equip that there, cuz then I put my shield in my right hand. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch that to down here. There we go. So, now I can hold my weapon in my right hand and my shield in my left, and press the left bumper to guard. Okay. So, there's an undead who's running away from me like a pansy. That's okay, because I need to switch my weapon anyway. To my battle axe. So, now I'm going to sprint up these stairs until I get to that guy with the arrow, dodge the arrow, and defeat him like a boss master. These people are undead. Currently, I'm undead. So, you were probably wondering what I'm talking about when I say humanity earlier. Humanity is something in which you use at a bonfire. It's kind of a rare item, and you use it at bonfires to turn human again. Because right now I am like rotting, and I'm totally not human at all. I'm an undead person. So you start walking up these stairs. That thing comes down, smashes the wall, and then I talk to this guy. Oh, you.
You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Well, you're in the middle of dying. You probably have a wife and kids. You want me to listen to you in your last dying words. Go ahead. Not really. I'm not going to listen.
Yes, I see. Perhaps I was too hopeful.
Yeah, you were.
Please, leave me be. I have not long to live, and I may harm you after death. Now, go.
He might harm me after death. I listened to him.
Please,
No! Aren't you supposed to be the one that gives me the flask? I will kill you. Give me flask, now. I'm almost certain he was the one who gives me the flask. Yes, he does. Haha, indeed, quite. So, now I think I can go unlock some door down here. Probably at the expense of my own life. Okay, or not. And the bonfire I first saved at is actually out here. So I'm going to go ahead and save at that again. Now, I could go back in there and fight the asylum demon head on. Or, I have a different plan. A different plan of actione. So, I'm gonna come up here and destroy this mofo right here. Take that, bizatch. Yeah! That's what's up. Okay, so then I use the what the fuck was that? Anyway, so I can sprint by holding down the B button. And then you and go fuck yourself, and arrow, and another arrow. No! No! And our first real challenge comes here, where I can actually show off parrying. Which I failed to do. Which apparently I cannot do at all. So I am probably fucked. Oh god. Well, the Estus Flask that we got is actually our healing method. Right now it really doesn't do much for me, and I have to take 2 swigs of it to get back to, you know, going, but, you know, it's whatever, because it still works, and it helps. Anyway, I'm going to traverse the white light.